All right, let's dive into a big one today. Polkadot, or DOT as you probably know it. Now this project is built on a massive promise, the idea of connecting every single blockchain out there. But the real question is, can its super innovative tech actually stand up to the wild, unpredictable crypto market? We're going to break down what the forecast for 2025 looks like.
So, before we can even think about looking forward, we have to look back. In Polkadot's price history, well, it's pretty much the definition of a crypto roller coaster. We're talking incredible highs and some really gut-wrenching lows.
And that peak, wow, it was truly something. If you rewind to November 2021, right in the middle of that epic bull run, Polkadot just exploded to nearly $53. I mean, that was its all-time high, a moment where it really felt like its huge vision was about to become reality.
But then the crypto winter arrived, and man, it hit hard. The price just tumbled, eventually bottoming out around $4 and change. This huge swing is the perfect picture of the volatility we're talking about, and it brings up the million-dollar question. Can Polkadot actually make a comeback?
Okay, so let's step away from the price charts for a minute and get to the heart of what makes Polkadot so interesting in the first place. It all comes down to this one really powerful idea: interoperability.
Think about it like this. Right now, blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're kind of like their own separate islands. They're amazing, for sure, but they don't really speak the same language. Polkadot is designed to be the bridge, or maybe even the whole ocean, that connects all of them. It wants to create a blockchain of blockchains where data can just flow freely. That's its whole reason for being.
And this isn't just some cool idea on a white paper. Polkadot has a real track record. They've rolled out parachain auctions, which are basically contests for other blockchains to plug into the Polkadot network. They also launched OpenGov, which is a pretty cool decentralized way to govern the system. These are big milestones that show they can actually deliver on their promises.
But the team is not stopping there, not by a long shot. They're already hard at work on the next evolution of the network. It's called Polkadot 2.0, and it's all about getting the platform ready for the future.
The goal with all these upgrades is actually pretty simple. Make the network faster, make it way more efficient, and this is the most important part. Make it a place where developers want to build. Because let's be real, in the crypto world, more developers means more cool apps, and more apps means more users. It's that simple.
Now, the engine behind this whole upgrade has two main parts: asynchronous backing and elastic scaling. Don't worry, you don't need to be an engineer to get this. Just think of asynchronous backing as adding a turbocharger to the engine. It just makes everything run way faster. And elastic scaling? That's like giving the network the power to add more lanes to a highway instantly during rush hour. It's all about creating a system that's more powerful and can adapt to anything.
So with all this powerful new tech on the way, what does that mean for the price? Well, this is where this story splits into two totally different paths for Polkadot in 2025. We're basically standing at a fork in the road.
So on one side, you've got the bullish case. If the tech upgrades work out and the whole crypto market starts to recover, some analysts are looking at DOT climbing back into that $7 to over $13 range. But the bearish scenario is just as possible. More regulatory heat, delays with the upgrades, or just a market that stays weak could easily push the price back down to that $3 to $4 level.
So what's going to be the deciding factor? What's going to tip the scales? It really comes down to these huge X factors. We're talking about the health of the entire global economy, what happens with crypto regulations, which is a huge unknown, and of course, whether the Polkadot team can actually pull off the 2.0 upgrade smoothly. These are the wild cards that make it all so uncertain.
And that brings us to the final takeaway here. The story of Polkadot in 2025 isn't just about one crypto coin, it's really about a fundamental tension that you see across the entire crypto space, that constant battle between amazing innovation and just deep, deep uncertainty.
The potential with Polkadot is undeniable. I mean, the technology is genuinely innovative, but it exists in this incredibly unpredictable environment, which makes it a classic high-risk, high-reward kind of play. So the main takeaway from all this is really clear. You have to do your own research.
And that leaves us with this one last massive question. Polkadot is making a bet that its superior technology is going to win in the long run. But in a world that's driven by market hype, by regulation, by global economics, is amazing tech by itself actually enough to guarantee success? That, right there, is the multi-billion-dollar question, not just for Polkadot, but for the entire future of Web3.